Hello, first grade students. Yesterday we read a book called The Hole in Harry's Pocket. You listened to it as I read it to you in the style of a shared reading story. Shared reading, again, is great because we can really take our time to think about the words together. We can think about the story as it's going on. We can make some predictions and ask ourselves, what do I think will happen? Then we can read to find out if it's true. After we've read the story a couple times, we always practice reading it just a little bit smoother and much more fluently. Fluent readers make the text come alive, just as the author would want us to do while we're reading. Fluent readers also make their words sound very smooth. If they make a mistake, they always go back and reread. So today I'm going to share with you The Hole in Harry's Pocket again, and I'm going to hold the book close enough so that you'll be able to read along with me and practice fluently reading some of the parts you remember from yesterday. The Hole in Harry's Pocket. Harry looked in the refrigerator. "Mom," he called, "there's no milk." "You'll have to go to the store and get some," said his mother. "Here's the money. Put it in your pocket so you don't lose it." Harry put the money in his pocket. Then he picked up his toy car, his lucky ring, and his whistle. He put them in his pocket too. Harry liked to walk to the store. He liked to hop on the curb. He liked to look in all the windows and count cracks in the sidewalk. Harry got the milk, but when he looked for his money, it was gone. What could he do? Harry put the milk back. He started to walk back home. Then he saw something on the sidewalk. It was a red toy car. Harry thought, that looks like my toy car, the one I had in my pocket. He picked it up. Then Harry saw something near the curb. It was a shiny gold ring. That looks like my lucky ring, Harry thought, the one I had in my pocket. He picked it up. Next, Harry saw a toy whistle. That looks like my whistle, he thought, the one I had in my pocket. He picked it up too. Then Harry saw some money. Hooray! It was just what his mom gave him. Harry picked up the money. I guess I have a hole in my pocket, he thought. He held the money tightly and ran the rest of the way home. Did you have a nice trip to the store? Asked his mother. I sure did, Harry said. Good, said his mom. So where's the milk? Oops. Thanks for reading along with me and practicing making your voice sound just as fluent as you can. We are going to hear now from some witnesses who are going to share some of their ideas of how they connected with this story, The Hole in Harry's Pocket. They have thought about what lesson Harry's learned and how that lesson could also be true in their own life. They've also asked themselves, I wonder if I've ever felt the way Harry feels. Another important question to think about is, what kind of kid is Harry? What are some of his character traits that we learn about through the actions he does and through the words that he says and the thoughts that he has? So without any further ado, we're going to get over to those witnesses and hear what they have to say after reading the book, The Hole in Harry's Pocket.
And girls, I'm reporting for Hawk One News, and I'm here with Mr. Austin. He's a construction worker here in our neighborhood right around Shady Lane Elementary. Mr. Austin, what lesson do you think that Harry learned in the book, The Hole in Harry's Pocket?
I think you learn to make sure he has everything on him, and that sometimes things can fall out, so you always want to be checking and make sure you didn't drop anything.
Yeah, I think you're really thoughtful in your response. Good for you, Mr. Austin. Can I ask you one more question today? As our witness, we really appreciate you talking with us today. What do you think Harry will think about next time he has to go on a mission that his mom asked him to do?
I think Harry will keep in mind what his mom asked him to do and try not to get distracted and make sure he gets the milk.
I think we all can learn a good lesson from Harry today. I'm here with Mrs. Phillip, a very important witness in the case of the missing dollar from Harry's pocket. Now, Mrs. Phillip, I wonder if you can tell us about anything you think Harry might think about next time he goes on a mission for his mom.
I think next time Harry will only take the dollar with him. I think he should leave his precious items at home so he doesn't lose them. He was very lucky that he found all of his things.
That's really good advice, Mrs. Phillip. Way to think about the text chapter you read. I'm proud of you. I have one more question for you. I wonder if you've ever felt the way Harry feels in this book.
I think I can definitely relate to Harry because I have oftentimes misplaced something and I think I know exactly where it is, but it's not there. So I can feel like Harry does.
Yeah, a feeling we might be able to relate to as well.
Yes.
Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Well, thanks for asking me these questions. It's good to see you.
First grade students, this just in. I'm here with two witnesses who are informed on our case of the hole in Harry's pocket. I'm here with Miss Danielle and Miss Elena. They might look familiar to you.
Morning.
They have information
Morning.
regarding this case. Ladies, can you please fill me in? What do you believe the lesson is that Harry learned from his experience with the money?
Make sure you check your pockets for holes. And
I'm trying to remember what I said. Don't get so distracted.
Yeah.
Focus.
focus on the task that's needed to be done.
Great
Yeah.
advice. You know, and moving forward, what do you think Harry can do the next time his mom gives him an important job like this?
Go straight to the store and get what you need.
Have somebody go with you.
Yeah.
Great advice. Witnesses, you know, you also spend a lot of time around kids, and perhaps sometimes kids lose things. Do you have any advice for what kids could do if they lose things, or to stop themselves from losing it in the first place?
Don't bring it to school.
Keep your belongings in your backpack, and if it doesn't belong in the classroom, don't bring it to school.
Thank you so much for being thoughtful readers and for helping us crack our case today.
Welcome.
You're
We
welcome.
love you. We miss you.
Miss you.
I'm here with a really important witness, Mr. Hoffman. I have some questions for him regarding our story today. Mr. Hoffman, thanks for agreeing to answer some questions for us.
Happy to be here.
We were wondering, what lesson does Harry learn in this story, A Hole in Harry's Pocket?
Well, I think he learns the lesson to be responsible, to plan and to think about things, because he lost his stuff and he found them back, but when he got back to home, he didn't do the job he was supposed to, which was to get the milk.
And isn't that an experience some of us can relate to? I also wonder, what kind of kid do you think Harry is?
Well, Harry seemed like a happy kid, but maybe a forgetful one. He reminds me a lot of myself. I a lot of times will go to the store and need to get maybe 3 things, and I always forget one. So I know his focus was different because he wanted to find all the things he lost, but then he got home and he was excited that he found them, but what he really forgot was his original job when his mom asked him for the milk.
That's right. Well, thank you for being here with us today. Have a great day.
Happy to help. You too.
First grade students, I'm live here on location at Valley View Elementary with Sir Valiant himself. He is an important witness in our case of the missing items from Harry's pocket. Sir Valiant, thank you for agreeing to be a witness today.
Thank you for having me, Mrs. Schwartz.
Yes, absolutely. I have a couple questions for you in this case. What lesson do you think Harry learned from this experience?
Aha! I think Harry learned that he should always be responsible and do his job before he does too many things, and take it simple.
Great advice, Sir Valiant. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have you ever felt like Harry feels?
I have. Great question. I have. There was a time where I used to put my belongings, my armor, my gloves, even my horse in different places. But, my friends, fellow Hawks, I now keep everything together. All of my armor, my gloves, my belongings, I keep on my horse in the same spot, so I always know where everything is.
Great advice, Sir Valiant. I suppose as students at Shady Lane, we could think of how to be organized and keep our belongings in the same place too. That way we don't feel worried like Harry does. Thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Wow, first grade readers, we learned a ton of information from the witnesses who were interviewed in the case of the hole in Harry's pocket. Every time you pick up a book, remember to do what those witnesses did as well. Do something at the end. Maybe you can ask yourself, what lesson did the character learn? Can I also learn that lesson when things like this happen in my own life? What was the character like? What were their character traits and how did I figure those out? You could even ask yourself, was there ever a time that I felt the same way that that character felt? All of the people we talked to had felt like Harry before. They had lost something and they knew what it felt like to feel that way. Good readers always do something at the end, and you are a great reader. So when you pick up your book today, before you set it down after you're done reading, do something. Keep up the great work. We'll talk to you soon.